Welcome to How Societies Connect, Geography and Interaction, 500 BCE to 1500 CE. You're standing in the middle of a bustling medieval market at a crossroads. To your left, a basket of pepper from far-off coasts. To your right, silk that shimmers. Behind you, a trader haggles over salt. None of this started here. Here's what we're exploring: how societies connect, the ways land, water, winds, and human know-how knit regions together between about 500 BCE and 1500 CE. In a few minutes, you'll be able to point to a map and explain why goods, ideas, and even diseases followed the paths they did. Big picture first. People link places when geography offers a route and technology makes that route usable. That creates interregional exchange, trade and travel across different world regions, and diffusion, the spread of goods, beliefs, and technologies along those routes. Look straight ahead. A dusty trail unrolls over hills. That's the Silk Roads, the overland web that tied China to the Mediterranean world. Underneath the name is a simple system. Caravans move in stages, never too far from the next safe stop. Step forward into a walled courtyard on your right. A caravanserai, a roadside inn. Here animals drink, guards rest, and merchants swap news in many languages. The point being, safe places at regular intervals turn a risky trek into a doable journey. Now glance far ahead across the grasslands. In the 1200s to 1300s, the Mongol Empire created a rare piece, a pax, that boosted Silk Road's trade. Fewer bandits and clearer rules meant more caravans, faster messages, and wider trust. Swing around to the harbor sounds behind you. The Indian Ocean Trade Network linked East Africa, Arabia, South Asia, and Southeast Asia by sea, moving bulk goods like timber and spices more cheaply than over land. Here's the trick. The monsoon winds, steady seasonal winds, blow one direction for months, then reverse. Sailors timed departures like catching a bus schedule. Leave with the winter winds, ride the summer winds home. Look up at the ship to your left. Its triangular lateen sail pivots easily, letting the crew angle across the wind instead of waiting for a perfect push. Practically speaking, that meant safer, quicker routes between busy ports. Face right, toward a narrow channel between two jungled shores. That's the Strait of Malacca, a choke point, a narrow passage that controls movement between the Indian Ocean and the South China Sea. Whoever held it could tax ships and police the sea lanes. Turn toward the shimmering heat ahead left. The Sahara Desert is a giant barrier between North and West Africa, a sea of sand with scarce water. So how did people cross? To your front right, a long line of camels pads over the dunes. Camels with wide feet and the ability to go days without water turned impossible into hard but doable. Salt, gold, and ideas flowed on these trans-Saharan routes. Follow the river sounds to the left bank. On the Niger River, Timbuktu grew into a center of trade and learning. In its markets, merchants bartered salt for gold. In its libraries, scholars copied books, proof that trade can build cities and schools. All around you, notice the people talking as they trade. After about 600 CE, Islam, a religion that began in Arabia, spread widely along Afro Eurasian trade routes. Ports and caravan towns added mosques, and shared beliefs made deals feel more trustworthy. But movement also carried danger. In the 1300s, the Black Death, a deadly pandemic, traveled along Eurasian routes and on ships, killing millions. The takeaway? The same highways that move wealth can also spread disease. Now face the mountains rising behind you. In the Americas, which weren't linked to Afro Eurasia before 1500, the Inca built the Capacñan, an extensive Andean road system, and used llamas, sturdy pack animals, to move goods across cliffs and high passes. Relay runners carried messages swiftly, proving smart routes and the right animals can beat rough terrain. So, to pull it together, geography sets the stage, technology and politics open the doors, and people carry goods, beliefs, and sometimes germs through them. That's interregional exchange, and diffusion is what spreads along it. Key examples you can now explain: the Silk Roads with caravanserai and Mongol peace, the Indian Ocean network powered by monsoon winds and lateen sails and funneled through the Strait of Malacca, the Sahara crossed by camels to cities like Timbuktu, and Andean roads with llamas. Next time you spin a globe, trace the winds, deserts, and straits. You're really tracing how societies connect.